In this meeting, we're gonna talk about what we learned in this semester, especially in English communication and business. First, I'm gonna say thank for you to attending this meeting. For today, participant is first Anniza Zanuba, then secondly Esha Nur Afiat, the third is Ineke Fajriyah, and the fourth is Krisna Teguh Cahyadi, and the fifth is Reza Winda. And without any further ado, let's go to the topics and let's share our experience for this semester. First topic, please Reza Winda start the meeting.
And the first, I want to describe for GV. Before we apply for a job, there are several things that need to be prepared when applying for a job. One of the data that needs to be prepared is a GV, which explains personal data, organization, experience, and etc. Curriculum vitae. What is GV? GV is a short for the Latin phrase curriculum vitae, meaning course of life. Is a detailed document highlighting your professional and academic history. CV typically include information like work experience, achievement, and awards. Scholarship or grades you've earned, coursework, research project, and publication of work. CV format. Well, your CV should be specific to your background and tailored to the job for which you're applying. There are several steps you can take to ensure you write on effective CV. Most CV include the following sections: 1. Personal data. 2. Contact information. 3. Academic history. 4. Professional experience. 5. Qualification and skill. 6. Awards and honors. 7. Publication. 8. Professional association. 9. Grants and fellowship. 10. License and certificates. 11. Volunteer work. 12. Personal information. 13. Hobbies and interests. How to write a CV. Follow this step when writing a CV. 1. Include your contact information to detail your academic story. Reverse chronological order. 3. Record your professional experience. 4. Include relevant skill and qualification. 5. List honors and awards. 6. Include relevant publication and presentation. 7. List your professional association and affiliation. 8. Check your CV for error. This is sample CV with the application of a design to make it more attractive. Next. Next, Anniza Zanuba.
Tips for applying for jobs related to the DKV graphic design major. Next. Graphic design has become one of the most popular professions today. In today's online era, the presence of a graphic designer is very important, especially for startup companies. Moreover, companies with online-based business types such as fintech, e-commerce, and online shops really need a graphic designer to just draw, but also build a company image to attract new consumers. For this reason, recruiting a graphic designer should not be arbitrary. Choosing a graphic designer is not just choosing someone who is good at design and drawing or is a graduate from a well-known university, but the personality of the person and the experience of the person in the field in question are also the main factors in terms of hiring a graphic designer. It's really difficult and easy to qualify to become a graphic designer. Even even though the vacancies are scattered everywhere. But if you have to deal with the specific criteria of a company, it will be a problem in itself. Therefore, learning to prepare before the interview stage is a very important thing to do so that you can be fluent in answering questions and better in convincing companies to recruit you. Next. 1. Must study company profile before interview. Questions Questions such as, do you know what your company is in, or what do you think our company is like? One of them will definitely be asked. For this reason, it is important to learn what kind of company you are applying for. Number 2, find out more about the company, such as culture and system work. One thing you need to know from the recruitment process is that there are special requirements from the company itself for prospective employees, like the character and personality of the prospective employee. It turns out that it also becomes an assessment material. If the company you are talking about has a website or blog, try to learn more through that platform. It will be even better if it turns out that they have active social media such as Facebook, Instagram. Through social media, you will be able to find out about working life at the company during working hours, during events, or during breaks. If the culture and system of the working in the company turns out to match the personality, you can better convince them why you are suitable and appropriate to be invited to work for the company. Next. Number 2, give a simple but convincing answer. If there are questions like, why did you apply here? And what have you done before? Or why are you interested in choosing this field? Just answer honestly and don't need to be long-winded like because this company has a job description that matches my abilities and character. If work got it is if work in this company work on and the projects that I work on at that company were. If you have difficulty answering verbally, it never hurts to practice first and prepare to answer the answer. And of course, if you can try to learn to answer other questions as well to be more prepared. Number 4, prepare as mature answer as possible to more question deep and technique. Such as where have you worked? What what are what are the reasons for applying to this company? Or what projects have you done? Just a warm up. If you pass to the next interview stage, you will be met for people who are really in that field to interview you. Well, at this stage, the questions are deeper about graphic design and technical. Next.
Third, answering question in a job interview. Answering question in a job interview when you apply for a job for the first time, it is certainly a thrilling moment. For fear of appropriate qualification or no idea what question the interviewer. Therefore, when going for a job interview to a company or institution, you must have a strategy or guideline in answering various HRD questions so that you have a great chance of being accepted. Therefore, answering questions for HRDR, number one, be proactive, do research on the company by reviewing its corporate profile and by reading some relevant information through website or print materials. Find out the specific of the job are applying for. Number two, relax. Panic, it will be more difficult to think clearly. And it could be because you answer question if you are in a perfunctory way without force. Number three, being well groomed and having a good appearance is very essential. Number four, introduce yourself confidently. Number five, when telling the ability to be enthusiastic and confident. Number six, answer question with facts without exaggeration. Number seven, smile when appropriate. Number eight, maintain eye contact. Number nine, convoluted explanation. Number 10, be on time, please. Number 11, last, thank the interviewer for the time spent with you.
Okay, for the next, I will explaining how to answer the question, and this is the common interview questions, and to continue the after the material above. Okay, let's start. The first question is tell me about yourself. This is often a common first many of the interview questions designed to warn up the candidate. Many candidates choose the response with other ways to their work and embellish the history with list. This is very helpful, especially if manager hasn't reached your CV. And detail, it's important of you to offer new information such as what's their hobbies outside of work. It's always easy to fall into the trap of waffling. Other the candidate prefer to focus on the key aspect in their career, building a story around in their with profound highlight. The important is ensure to your answer to alike with the job description and advertisement to demonstrate the how can add the value to the company and role. And the second question is what attract you to our company. This is your opportunity to demonstrate that you done with the research prior to the interview. Read everything that you can about the company for their own website, social media channel, and other news article and forum. Identify you stand out above about the company missions and value and how they resonate with your own desire, career, and path and personal value. And for the next question is the third question. Tell me about your strength. This is short, the easiest question. Prepare for identify the drink two or three drink your best attribute to give the concrete example for the strengths, articulating how they get a lot of professional success and you achieve. Be sure to close the loop and articulate how they are relevant in the job you're interviewing for. The fourth question is what is your weakness? Take time and craft answering. This is that isn't Lisa, nothing makes hiring manager cringe more than your the answer. I'm perfectionist. This is the opportunity to demonstrate your own self and awareness and desire for personal development. Try to identify you as something that isn't critical to the role and frame the answer to the positive. One more advice. The fifth question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Your employees want to see you the driven and good the oriented you are. They are also want to check your expectation and realistics in your answer to demonstrate the awareness industry and trend and ability in the flexible. Okay, for the next question is the sixth question. Can you tell about the time where you encountered the business and challenge? How did you overcome it? Behavior the corruption alert. This is the opportunity to use the GAR method in context and action and result. Just explain that you demonstrate whether you have solved business and challenge using the skill the employer is looking for, provided a background, describe what action to professional research and achieve it. The seventh question is, what are the most important things that you are looking for the next role? Start yourself, identify the skill you accept and talk about how are you looking for the role and will utilize and further develop the skills. You should also explain the motivation that you how this role can be helped and achieve your long-term goals. Always ensure your answers and relevant to the company can be role and vision. The eighth question is, what are you leaving the current job? It's critical to frame the answering to positive. Never say anything negative about your current employers, no matter what the strongly your feelings and for living are. Instead, focus on the specific positive thing and career change the new role willing bring, for example, professional development opportunity and adjustment for the new challenge. And for the ninth question, please go to the next slide. Okay. For this ninth question is, what are your salary expectation? Do research and beforehand. Our salary guide can you at least for the salary friends and benchmark if you come to prepared with the reasonable salary expectation. You and your employees will know the straight away if you are going to feel sufficiently for the component is for the role. For more information, read blah blah blah. Okay, for the 10th question is, do you have any question for me? It's important to come with the list to prepare interview question. Some of these might already answered in the, of during the course of the interview. So check this off the as you go and to avoid asking the same question twice. Okay, next, please go to the next slide.
Okay, I will explain about job application letter and how to write a job application letter. Here are the explanation of a typical successful application letter.
Stop. Kayak bagiannya Krisna kan sih nomor berapa?
Aku Okay, I will explanation a job application letter and how to write a job application letter. Here are explanation of a typical successful application letter. Now, what is application letter? An application letter is simply another name for a cover letter. The official business letter is often included with a job application and or resume and sent to a prospective employer. Although application letters are generally considered optional components of applying for a job, more and more frequently, employers are singling out those who actually take the time to write an application letter as their top picks. Then what is the structure of writing a job application letter? And one, contact information. Number two, the deadline. Number three, greeting. Number four, body of the letter. Number five, proper closing. Number six, signature. And the last but not least, attachment. Number one, contact information. In the header section, application need to write information or contact where the company can contact them. For example, Esha Nur Afiat and name of city, Karantalun, Cilacap, postal code, phone number, and email. Put the contact information in the top center. If you include an email, use a professional name, not a nickname. If sending by post or giving in person, then at the bottom left of the application contact information, include in company information such as HRD, name and office address. For example, Paris Steffi Asta, HR Manager, Liberated Studio on Jalan Pamungkas, Yogyakarta. Number two, the deadline. In writing a job application letter, you can write the date in British or American. For example, in the British style, the monthly, January, and the date 2nd, 2016. And American style, January 2, 2016. Number three, greeting. Greetings are very important to show respect. If you know the name of the HRD or personnel, then include the name. If not, use hiring manager or something similar. Number four, body of the letter. First paragraph, indicate the purpose of writing the letter and what position you want to apply for. Mention where application get information about job vacancies. Second paragraph, mention the qualification if the company is interested. Highlight the skill you have and further review what has been listed on your resume. Next. On the third paragraph, show that the application has learned about the company and the position for which he is applying. Here the applicant can also mention the contribute that can be made to the company while working. For paragraph, application can write suggestion for further discussion about themselves by in-person interview or by telephone. Number five, proper closing. The cover used on the cover letter must be professional. Application may use one of following cover. For example, sincerely, yours sincerely, regards, and best regards. Number six, signature. It is important to put a signature at the end of the letter. If it is handwriting, application can sign manually. Number seven, attachment. Attachment application letter are rarely sent to prospective employers only, usually accompanied by a resume, CV, list of reference, and other document of achievement.
Okay, guys, thanks for the sharing for today. I hope what we share for today can be useful information for the future. And once again, thank you.